down this road if I didn't think that it was something that would yield a positive outcome in terms of ensuring that we move together, Ukraine, Europe, the UK and the US, together towards a lasting peace. And so that's the way I've approached this in the last few days. Hugo, from the I News.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Hugo Jai from the I Paper. Obviously, the other party that would need to sign up to any future peace deal is Russia. President Trump has said he wants to talk to Russia. You're coming up with a peace deal without Russia's involvement. What makes you think that Russia can be persuaded to sign up to this deal that's been agreed by its enemies?
Well, in the end, a deal will have to involve Russia. Of course it will. But we can't approach this on the basis that Russia dictates the terms of any security guarantee before we've even got to a deal. Otherwise, we won't make any progress at all. It is, for a deal to be done, but if a deal is done, it has to be a deal that is then defended. Because what we've seen in the past is a cessation of the hostilities without any backup, and that was readily breached by Russia. And that is precisely the situation that I think we need to avoid this time around, which is why we're going down this road. Antonello, please, from La Repubblica.
Thank you, Mr. Antonello from La Repubblica. The Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, who you had a bilateral meeting earlier today, said that the West must not split on Ukraine. How can you try to convince Meloni and other European leaders that your plan and your coalition of the willing, is the right thing, and to persuade them to join? And do you fear that the West might split on this? Thank you.
Well, firstly, I had a very good bilateral meeting with Georgia this morning. We had the first bilateral brunch, I think, in the history of British-Italian relations. So that was a first. We get on personally very well. And she's very clear, I don't want to speak for her, but I think her position is well known, that Europe and the US have to stand together and that bond must always be strong. So there's a huge amount of common ground between the way I see this and the way Georgia sees this, particularly the view that it is important for the security and defence of Italy, of Europe and the United Kingdom that we work, as we've always worked, closely aligned with the United States. Thank you all very much indeed. Thank you. British people, to defend the national interest, particularly in these volatile times. That's why last week